ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Pro and Bro Wrestling Podcast. We have the honor of having your mom physically here in our podcast, man. No more calling.
Three's a crowd, Arnold. Three is a crowd, okay? No one is allowed in the compound where all the magic happens of Pro and Bro Wrestling. Just a walk around the corner, Mom. You know, this is very special. Now, we've hung out with Arnold before.
Yes, we have.
But now you're in the confines of Pro and Bro Wrestling. We are live and in color. No redos, no retakes. It is what it is. What you see is what you get, baby. So keep it PG, rated R. Rob and Rosser.
And we're honored.
Please.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
No. I was with you. Like, hey.
I'm sorry, son.
No, you're good. We're honored to have Mrs. No Day Off.
Always.
Mrs. Robin Rosser, thank you for being here. Such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you,
Arnold, don't get on me about not having a wrestling shirt, please, because
my mama didn't play that. Okay.
You know, so
I didn't.
I gotta, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Read it and weep.
It is. That's your life story. Your shirt is your life story, basically, man. So before we get all that, we actually have another special guest on this podcast who's actually Fred's longtime good friend, his childhood friend. Want to introduce who that guy is?
Yeah, Adam Glyn. Him and I met back in 5th grade. He's a big wrestling fan. We did backyard wrestling together. Fast forward to him having a tryout with WWE almost for a writing position, and I knew that boy couldn't cut it. And then I got into the business, and then eventually I got him a job with Team Z when I came out, and he's doing great for himself. He's a comedian. He's one guy where I can be in the same room with him, and like he can piss me off so bad, but I'll never like hit him or anything. But I just want to just strangle him.
Yeah.
And he sends me some of the most vulgar videos I've ever. Yeah.
Well, she enjoys it.
Rated R.
Rated R.
He
Rosser.
sends me some of the most vile videos that I call him. I said, Adam, if you send me stuff like that again, I'm flying from LA to New York to knock you out.
Amazing.
But yeah, you know, I always say with Pro and Bro Wrestling, quality guests for us, you know. We had Titus a while ago. This is a special one for me. So he can get his take on the business and his experiences. So Adam Glyn today is going to be really cool to have.
It's going to be really great, and he should be calling in a few minutes now.
What's up, big dog? Woo, woo.
Adam Glyn.
Woo, woo.
What's up, Adam? Glad to have you on our podcast, man.
Sorry, Adam. Guys. Usually I was planning to be home, but then all of a sudden, Fred, you know who this girl Lizzo is?
Lizzo, who's Lizzo?
She's this like big. She's this big black chick. She's like a new pop singer who's like huge right now. She's got the #1 song.
Wow.
She's got that song.
I'm not in that.
Just like that, huh?
Listen, I'm not into that kind of pop. I'm into K-pop, honey.
Oh my God, you and your BTS.
Hey,
I know you are.
Shout out BTS.
Yo, I don't know how Fred's not living in Little Koreatown, wherever that shit is out in LA.
I know that'll be heaven for him, man.
Dude, Fred, you would be in heaven if you lived in Koreatown. I'm telling you, you could be mayor there.
Hey, man, I was just trying to explain to my boy Arnold how I know you. We go way back, 5th grade.
Yeah, we met on Grindr. Really nice.
Yeah, on Grindr. Man, you knew.
On Grindr, he's a great guy. Great photos.
Yes.
And yeah, it's great. No, me and Fred go way, way back. I've known Fred since 1995. Remember that year? It's the year I found my first pubic hair. 1995.
Man, you knew him back in his chubby days then, right?
I knew Fred during his chunky days and small penis days. His
Before-
penis has grown a little bit.
Before the penis enlargement surgery, right?
Now all the chunkiness is between those legs.
Hey.
What about the ETW days?
So listen, me and Fred have known each other since 1995, since Central 5, 5th grade. We were both wrestling fans. And we had this underground wrestling thing, and I think it was 1997. Me and Fred both went to an ECW match
No way.
in Elizabeth, New Jersey at the Dunn Center. Fred was with his father, I was with my father. We sat right next to each other. and it was the craziest fight ever. Fred, if you remember this,
yes.
I think they're running up and down the bleachers. The chairs went crazy. It was nuts. And they never brought ECW back to Elizabeth. It was the most insane thing. I remember me and Fred looked at each other. We just nodded like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome.
Wow.
So, me and Fred have just been wrestling friends and fans. And then me and Fred, as well as a few other guys, we did backyard wrestling like a lot of people out there. We developed a thing within our town called ETW, Extreme Trampoline Wrestling.
Oh, love it.
That was fucking awesome. Like, it became like parties. Like, was the wrestling good? No.
No. Mine was good. I was the star.
You know what? Fred, I'll give that. Fred was very good. He was sick. He knew what he was doing. The rest of us were just doing fucking, DDTs all over the place. Because
when in doubt, DDT, right?
But Fred knew what he was doing. He knew how to like hold your body weight up.
Wow.
Somehow, I don't know how
Wow.
he knew how to do it, but he knew like the gymnastics of professional wrestling.
Did you guys have championship titles made, like out of cardboard and all that?
We did, and somehow I beat Fred for the champion. Fred beat me up. I think our last match was at Gary DeNoya's house.
Okay.
Remember, this is on a trampoline. The whole entire match, Fred is beating the shit out of me, and I was Tommy Dreamer. And Fred, who are you? What wrestler were you?
I was Big Show Fred Rosser.
Wow.
Big Show Fred. And Fred just beat me up the entire time, but somehow I think I might have beat him for the championship at the end.
Okay.
They beat me up the entire time. But we actually had like legit fans. Like we had days where we made T-shirts, and I still have the T-shirt. And we made T-shirts, and everyone bought these T-shirts. We had so many people wearing these T-shirts. It was just so cool.
Adam, do you remember in junior high school the Pam and Tommy tape?
The Pam and Tommy tape. Wow, that one got around, huh?
Well, you're the one that came up. You're the one that found the tape, and then I started making duplicates. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. That's crazy. I got that. So I got the Pam and Tommy sex tape from RF Video. Do you remember RF Video?
I do. I remember back in the day. Yeah, man.
Remember RF Video used to sell videos at all the ECW shows, and they'd sell merchandise. But they sold all ECW tapes, but they had the Pam and Tommy tape. And I was in 7th grade, and I was like, dude, come on, man. Sell me the sex tape. Sell me the Pam and Tommy tape. And the guy sold me the Pam and Tommy tape, which pretty much changed my life. It was an amazing tape. That was a real sex tape.
Adam, as a kid, I always had a crush on Pamela Anderson and Carmen Electra.
And if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the first celebrity sex tape ever, right? Don't you think?
The first one it was like, because that was a real sex tape.
Mm-hmm.
That I believe, yet again, they both had to sign off on it, but that was a real sex tape, and it was a great sex tape. Pam Anderson was as big as you could get as a female sex symbol.
I remember Baywatch and all that, man.
She was huge. I had posters of her, and then to see her like legit going nuts and like rolling joints for Tommy Lee and just banging a huge cock. You were fucking like, oh my god.
Hey, all right, enough about her, but back to ETW. Hey, do you remember when I cut my back open on the Betty Crocker?
Ooh, yikes.
We were pretty extreme. Somehow, we did some good stuff. Was that your worst injury, the Betty Crocker incident?
Yeah, but I still have the scar to this day, and my mom still like presses on it, and like she's still pissed about that, bro. She's still pissed. She's sitting right here, but
the funny part is, Fred, is that we had that video on YouTube for a while, and then once you got signed to the WWE, we had to take that video off immediately.
Wow, really?
You didn't tell me that, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you remember you hit me up like, dude, we gotta take that down because if WWE finds out about that, they might get pissed.
Also, you were just paranoid. It wasn't even, they didn't even tell you to take it down.
Yeah, I was paranoid. Bro, we gotta find it again and we gotta reenact that.
Oh, yeah, right. I barely have health insurance. I'm not doing that shit. But we put on really good shows. Like, we had people that actually showed up to our matches. Like, we had,
wow.
I mean, a lot of people. We probably had maybe like 25 people in a yard, but it was like, we put on a good show from the music. We rehearsed. We practiced. We used weapons. It was great.
That's awesome. Were you babyface for most of the time and Fred played heel or what?
Well, here's the best part is, I mean, we were so insane and we were just so ridiculous. I was Tommy Dreamer for some reason. I don't know why. And I was Tommy Dreamer, and then I was also the broadcaster. I was Joey Styles.
Wow.
So somehow I was Joey Styles and Tommy Dreamer. So it was, I don't know what I was. We would just kind of do it. There wasn't that much to it, but we would just do it.
Did you do the whole "Oh my God" gimmick? How he says it?
I did. Oh my God! I probably did 3 oh my gods for every match because I was just, again, I was young and dumb and didn't know how to really broadcast. But it was like, again, we put together really fun shows.
Yeah.
And then because of what we did, there's other wrestling leagues in our back and in the same town in Union, New Jersey.
No.
Other wrestling leagues kind of evolved, and we were like, "Fuck it, come on, let's fight them. Like, let's go, let's wrestle." Like. People wanted to have like WCW versus WWE type kind of stuff with us.
Oh my gosh.
We were just like, damn, we're like, fuck it, let's go.
You know,
like we were.
What do you mean with fun? What you mean? Steve Tiggs and Stucky. What's his name?
Yeah, Steve Tiggs and Snooki would put together their own stuff, and we were trying to battle them. We were like, fuck it, let's go. Let's go after them. Let's see what we could do. And again, ours existed. We had T-shirts. We had not really fans, but people just wanted to see a show. It was a party. It really was. It was a party.
That's an accomplishment, though. I mean, you guys gather a crowd. That's cool, man. And how long did that promotion last for?
It was definitely a success for us. And to be honest with you, on Fridays, we had lazy teachers in high school, and the teachers would sometimes be like, "All right, on Fridays, you guys can play your matches." Do you remember this, Fred?
Yes.
On Fridays, teachers like Ziobro would let us play our matches on Friday in class.
Yes.
So we would show our matches in school, and guys like Ziobro would even, like, our teachers would buy the T-shirts and wear them on Fridays.
They supported us. Yes, they did.
Wow. That's amazing. And what subject is this, though, for them to show like a wrestling tape like that?
That's a good. It was like shop class.
Oh. One of the electives is fine.
Electives,
it's fine.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
But Adam, my passion was wrestling. What was your passion?
My passion, that's a good question. My passion was just entertaining and just having fun. I mean, listen, if people ask you what my brand is, it's just having fun. I've kind of been doing that today. I mean, me and Fred have been both fortunate that we've both been kind of doing what we're passionate about. And what I'm passionate about, it's just like entertaining, it's laughing, and just having fun. I mean, I'm a stand-up comic now. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to do stand-up. I've done it. I've done, I do celebrity interviews. I've been doing it. And that's how, Fred is the one who kind of got me into this celebrity entertainment world.
That's right. I heard that.
And I had already, when I came out to TMZ, I want to just clarify, when I came out to TMZ, I became friends with them. So I always knew that you would be a good fit for that lifestyle because you stalk me. You stalked me, so I knew you would be a perfect fit. And, you got hired with TMZ, and you've met the best of the best. You've met some great celebrities. Who have been some of your favorite celebrities that you've met because of me, right?
Well, because of you, I met Bill Clinton. No. No, listen, I've met the biggest people in the world. I've met literally people. Someone asked me that earlier today. Like, who would you love to interview? And honestly, I've been able to meet and interview pretty much every single person. I think the only person I haven't met is Obama.
Okay.
But I've met and interviewed pretty much everyone else. I mean, it's been pretty insane. Like, I'm so used to it. I'm like a little bit jaded. But yet again, it's like, it's fucking awesome, dude. I have fun. Like, literally, I have fun. It's fantastic. So, I mean, I've met, my personal favorites are people I'm a fan of, who I've become friends with, like guys like Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow.
David Spade, Michael Bublé,
nice.
Brad Pitt, Jim Carrey.
Jeez, A-listers, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been cool, and I've got to know these people on a personal level. It's been pretty insane.
Hey, but how about with WWE? What WWE superstars have you not had a good conversation with?
Well, that's a good question. Well, I'll tell you first who I've had good conversations with. And then sometimes people are surprised by this, but John Cena has been fantastic to me. John Cena has been really cool to me. And I think some people think John Cena would be a dick or some sorts, but John Cena has been awesome to me. It's really interesting, but I saw this black Sprinter with a security guy in the front. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I jumped out, and I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be some rapper. and who was it? It's Kevin Hart. I was like, oh, it's Kevin.
It's Kevin again. Boring.
Honestly, I was with him the other day. I interviewed Kevin Hart. He's like one of my favorites, by the way. I put in that list of great people. I've known Kevin. No, here's the crazy part about Kevin Hart. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm not changing the subject of WWE. I'll get back to WWE. But Kevin Hart is someone who I used to go for when nobody cared about Kevin Hart. Like he couldn't even. Like people cared about him. They were just fans of him.
Sure.
But all of a sudden, he became this huge star, and Kevin still hasn't forgot about a guy who's been like really good to him. Like, so back to WWE's guys. John Cena has been great to me over the years. The Rock has been awesome to me. The Bella Twins have been great to me. Who else? Bubba Ray Dudley has been amazing to me.
Wow.
He wants that publicity. He wants that publicity, Bubba.
I'm not mad at that.
Yes.
I get it. He's nice. I'm not. He's been good. I've had beers with him. I've hung out with him. He's fun. He's funny. He's been a fun guy to hang out with. So I'm trying to think who else has been cool with me. I mean, I've had some really cool. Dolph's always been fun to hang out with for me.
Have you ever done a show with Dolph?
I have. I just did a show recently with Dolph.
At the same time, really?
Yeah, he does his thing. What's up?
At the same time, you guys were on the same show?
Yeah, I did it. He was judging a roast battle, and I did stand up on the show before he came on and judged the roast battle.
Okay.
Oh,
This was actually during WrestleMania week, so this was about a little more than a month ago.
Okay, cool.
He's back on the road now, Dolph.
He's feuding with Kofi, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
the
you
people that haven't been good to me
Here we
are
go.
people
Spill
like
that tea.
Dean Ambrose
Ooh.
has been very weird to me. Dean Ambrose hasn't been that great. Seth Rollins hasn't been great.
I love those guys.
Roman Reigns hasn't been great.
Wow, he just
The
named
Shield. The
basically.
Shield.
The Shield hasn't been great to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Paige has been very cool. Alberto Del Rio is very cool. It's Natty is a sweetheart. She's amazing. She's awesome. I just met the guys from the AEW. I met the Young Bucks and
Amazing.
I met Cody Rhodes. And
Yep.
they were really nice and appreciative. I think they're at this point in their career where they're just like very grateful for having the response they have. And they were just super nice and excited for what, me just kind of helping them out a little bit, giving them some attention to their brand,
Exactly.
But to me, they seem like to be the type of guys that's going to be like that throughout their careers. I just think they're good guys to the core.
Yeah, you know what? I met Cody years ago at the airport. I put a camera in his face, obviously paparazzi style, and he wasn't really into it that much. He was kind of weird. He kind of shrugged me off.
Oh, okay.
But this time, Cody just seemed more grounded, maybe a little bit more happier, maybe just a little bit more appreciative of just being, accepted by the wrestling community. I mean, listen, Cody's doing some amazing things for professional wrestling right now.
Absolutely.
And he's only doing that because he's got a lot of, appreciation and respect from the fans, really. They're the ones paying to see this content. So I think Cody has to, he has to be nice to people because, he's got a new product out there he's trying to sell.
Exactly.
And you might have caught him during the Stardust days when he was hating life every day.
Yeah, no, that's true. Kevin Nash has been pretty cool. Hogan's like an interesting guy. You never know what you're going to get. But most of the wrestlers are pretty cool. I mean, they're country guys, a lot of them. So Braun Strowman was a really nice guy when I met him recently. Really just cool, fun, nice guy, just happy. Seemed like a good guy to hang out with.
What about Hunter?
It's kind of cool.
What about Hunter?
Hunter's always been good to me. I can't really deny Hunter. Like he's not like Hunter doesn't laugh. He's got a very stone face. Like he doesn't laugh. It's hard to figure out what Hunter's thinking. If he likes you, if he doesn't like you.
Interesting.
If he's happy, if he's not. He's always got the same look on his face. With that said, Hunter is very, very nice. The same thing with Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon is very, very nice. And I'll say about Stephanie, she's very good to the fans. She takes a photo, she smiles, she sells the product very well. And I'll say this, I'm going to go through the McMahons. Shane McMahon, also a great guy.
Wow.
Shane McMahon will sit there and talk to you for about 25, 30 minutes on the streets of New York City. He's very nice. However, he doesn't like when you put a camera in his face. He doesn't like the extra attention.
Understandable.
However, he's very good to people on the street. He's very nice to the fans.
Yeah, I get that.
I did meet Vince McMahon at the airport, and Vince McMahon hated it.
I'm sure, man. I'm sure.
Vince McMahon looked at me and looked like he wanted to kill me. Vince is actually, I think he was a bigger guy at some point, but I think due to age, he's got a little shorter.
Sure.
He's not a tall guy.
Yeah, well, Hogan said that he shrunk. Hey, Adam, Hogan said that he's shrunk in height. He's like 6'4" now. In his prime, he was like 6'7". He's like 6'4" now.
Oh, I believe it. I totally believe it. It's Hogan's. I mean, it happens to everyone, you know. Fred, your boy, Bob Backlund is one of the nicest guys. You're talking about just like Bob is almost too nice. That's the problem with Bob Backlund. He's almost too nice.
But that's him, bro. What you see is what you get with Bob.
It's funny. I've met a lot of these wrestlers, and it's funny how it's kind of crazy how my world and life has evolved as a wrestling fan and as a stockholder in WWE.
You always bring that up, Adam.
Wow.
Adam. You always bring that up. Oh, I'm a stockholder. That was
humble brag.
Listen, I gotta let people know I do own a little bit of the business. So. I am a total mark. I do own a little bit of the business. With that said, I'm very fortunate. It's very cool and exciting for me as a fan and as a stockholder that one of my closest friends from high school and middle school is in the WWE, and then also, which is crazy, one of my closest friends in college just got signed to the WWE, meaning Rob Strauss. Robbie E, Rob Echoes, wherever the fuck he goes by.
Yes.
So it's just kind of crazy how my world has kind of played into professional wrestling.
Do you still talk to Rob?
So it's funny. Rob hit me up on Saturday.
Oh, he wants to get over.
He was doing a show in Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
And he hit me up and was like, dude, you want to come to my show? And I was like, yeah, dude. Yeah, that was so nice. So he gave me 2 tickets to the show at NXT, and I got to go see his show at NXT in Asbury Park
on amazing.
Sunday. It was a great show. He's doing... Rob's doing well. I mean, I like his gimmick. Fred, Rob is great on the mic.
Yes.
He's a character. He's a good actor. He's got a good look. I think Rob's going to do some really cool things in the WWE.
Absolutely.
I think Rob has potential to be like a Dolph Ziggler with the WWE because, Rob could sell things very well. He's a polished wrestler. He knows what he's doing. And he could speak on the mic. He could be a hated guy. And I think he's be one of those guys where people hate at first, but then they'll just hate him so much that they love him.
Yeah, like they say, the cream always rises to the top, and better late than never. And I'm very happy that he's getting his chance.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's exciting. I'm sure it's very cool for him. I mean, he's had an interesting wrestling career. I mean, but also, just like you, I mean, a lot of these wrestlers, he worked his ass off.
Exactly.
It's not like it came overnight. Sure. This is... I don't know how many years. This is 15 years in the making for him. This is
like 17.
This is well deserved, well earned, and certainly a good call by the WWE.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on 16 plus years, so I'm a veteran. So I think he's going on like 18, 19 maybe.
Yeah, no, it's just again, it's cool for Rob, and it's well earned, well deserved. And I think he's really going to be an addition to the WWE roster. And I hope the WWE takes care of him. And his new gimmick that he's got going on right now, I think it's pretty good. I think it really has potential to do something really good. Let me ask you, Fred, as a friend, I want to ask you, because I just met with, Cody Rhodes, and I met Cody Rhodes, and I met
the Young Bucks?
A lot of people from AEW. Would you ever consider being with AEW or working with those guys? Are you interested in what they got going on?
Bro, I know you see my social media. I post stuff all the time. I've done several interviews about wanting to work for AEW, showing my interest. I said, the only thing I'm not doing, I didn't say this to the interviewer. I said, the only thing I'm not doing is getting on my knees, I said, I'm asking everything possible. I would love to have an opportunity to work for AEW. The only thing I haven't done is get on my knees, bro. So I made it known in interviews. I just wait around. We're like professional waiters. I mean, if they would have want me, they would have called me. But who knows? Maybe they want to get their TV deal first, and then they'll start looking for maybe some veteran talent. But hey, I got to keep it moving.
They got the TV deal, So And I think now it's one of those things where, Freddie, you have a lot of heart. I feel like it could actually possibly work. I know you've been showing on social media. Has there been any talks yet? Have you talked to them directly or DM?
Yes, I talked to
AEW?
talked to Brandy Rhodes. I've sent her ideas.
Yeah, sure.
I've sent the one idea that I was thinking about teaming up with Sonny Kiss. I don't know if you've ever heard of Sonny Kiss, but I've sent ideas to AEW,
Sure.
and they said that they would send it to their version of Creative.
I mean, listen, that's great, and I think they shows hunger. And again, the thing you got going for it is you make. And I think this is me personally, and I've always said this about you are a team player because you help make other people look good.
Exactly.
It's not always about you, which is very important as a professional wrestler. Again, I'm not a professional wrestler. I'm just a fan.
But you're in the field. You're in the field. You get it. You just don't know how to take a damn
totally
bump.
I'll tell you what, dude. Did I ever tell you this? This is a cool story for you. I actually met with the WWE in 2006. Yes, I met with them in 2006 to be a writer's assistant.
Wow.
And so this is my strategy. Since I am a stockholder, I went to again, I was out of college. I had no job. I had nothing going on. I went to the stockholders meeting in Connecticut that they did once a year. And I went there, and at the time they did it at the WWE headquarters. I went there, and I go there it's like WWE cafeteria, I believe. So they had the meeting at the WWE cafeteria, and I wore a suit, and there was about 50 people there. 30 of them were hardcore wrestling fans wearing T-shirts. The other 20 were like kind of mixed like business people, but I sure looked like the youngest person there. I'm wearing a suit that's too big for me. And what I did was, basically, the event's going on afterwards. Vince McMahon's there, Linda McMahon was there, and Linda came over to me because she said a quick hi to the wrestling fans because they're kind of intense. But she came over to me and started talking to me, and I said, "Listen, Linda, I'm a stockholder, but I'm also a wrestling fan. I just got out of college. I had an amazing resume for the writer's assistant position. I was a stand-up comedian at the time. I still am. I wrote for the Howard Stern show. I said, listen, I should be working for you guys." Linda went and got Vince, and Vince came over, and Vince was actually in the conversation. I met Vince. I kind of told my background, and what they did was they had me kind of. They wanted me to do a writing sample for the show, for the WWE. And at the time, they were at a very difficult time because they just started SmackDown. And they just had Raw and SmackDown, the two different brands. And they didn't know what they were doing. And they were really confused. And they kind of know what they're doing. I met with them. A day later, they kind of called me about the job. But it seemed like they didn't know what they were doing. And they also said the average person usually quits that job because there's so much travel and so much, like, it's such a shitty job that no one usually lasts doing the job.
Hey, Adam,
so I was like,
Adam, if Freddie Prinze Jr. couldn't hang, bro, I don't know if you could hang.
Yeah, listen, yeah, probably. Ultimately, I didn't mind the traveling. I think the traveling could have been fun, but I didn't want to wear a suit, and I didn't want to move to Connecticut. That was the deal breakers. I didn't want to wear a suit, and I didn't want to move to Connecticut.
And those are two things that Vince loves.
Behind the scene, I had to wear a suit every day. I thought that was just a little weird.
And that's what they all do. They have to move to Connecticut. They all room together. They live in a big house. There's like 3 or 4 of them in the house.
It's like a reality show.
It's like
it's not for me. I didn't want to move to Connecticut. I just didn't want to do that shit. I'm a normal dude. It wasn't for me, bottom line, you know?
I hear you, man. It's not for everyone.
But, listen, I'm still a fan of the product. The WWE has been I'll tell you what, the WWE PR is a little difficult to work with because it's so conservative over the product. So I got to fight my way to get to these wrestlers. But you know what? Wrestling, as you know, and what you guys got going on, wrestling has a cult fan base. So some of my biggest interviews go with wrestlers. People love wrestling. People want to see wrestlers. They want to see them as real people. So,
Adam, you remember that one video that we did? Who are ya? Who are ya?
What is that all about?
Who are you wearing?
Oh yeah,
Tell him.
No, say it, Adam.
Who wearing? The designer.
Who are you wearing?
The designer. The designer. I do these videos where I kind of mock people on the street. You know, where it's just kind of fucking with like celebrities on the street, especially I don't know who they are. It started like this. I was at a red carpet event, and they kept bringing. We went on a red carpet. They always bring celebrities over to like, oh, we got this person, that person, this person. And the guy next to me was some douchey guy next to me. He was like wearing a suit. Like people think the red carpet. Fred, I think you could agree. People think, oh, the red carpet is so glamorous. All it is a shitty piece of red rug behind like a cafeteria. Like there's nothing. It's not really a red carpet. Like underneath the red carpet is like throw up. On a shitty sidewalk on the side of a fucking alley. There's
That's so
nothing
true.
cool. But I was at this event, and the guy kept asking the same question to every single person. He didn't know what to ask these people. So his first question is like, who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? Who's the designer? Who's the designer? And I think reporters are always asking that question on the red carpet. They always ask, tell me about who you're wearing. Who gives a shit about what they're wearing? So now what I do is, when I go to these events, I don't know who the celebrity is, I kind of fuck with people and I ask them, who are you wearing? The designer? The designer? Who are you wearing? The designer? And somehow, through social media, people have responded very well, and it just blew up. And people, like now all of a sudden, when I go to events, people scream at me, and they're like, oh, who is the designer? Who is the designer? Who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? So it's kind of funny that I got people on the street trolling the red carpets now. It's awesome.
Adam, we have hit the teens with Pro Wrestling. I have probably cursed. I can count on one hand how many times I've cursed. You're like you're on stage. This is supposed to be a PG product. You have just turned rated. You have turned Pro Wrestling rated R.
I thought you told me I could do whatever I want.
Yeah, I did. I did say that. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie on camera. I'm not gonna lie. But
I'll tell you what. One of my favorite accounts on Instagram right now is an Instagram account called WrestleBotch.
Oh, I think I watched that, man.
So WrestleBotch, all it is just like wrestling bloopers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
From wrestlers like accidentally cursing to, it's the funniest, best thing. I enjoy it so much.
I hope I'm not on there, man. I
don't think you are
No,
on
you're
it.
not on there.
But you know who's on the most? Who had the most botches in wrestling history, possibly, is Psycho Sid.
Yeah. We're live, pal.
Psycho Sid botched so many times, it's absolutely hysterical how many times he screwed up. It's so funny.
That's not right, man. That's not right.
Those are facts, though.
What's your favorite era? You like the 80s, or did you like the Attitude Era, or do you like now?
Attitude Era didn't really resonate with me that much. 80s was good. It was fun because it was so character-driven. I would say my strongest era, which I don't know what eras you consider that, because it was just, what do you call the era right before Attitude Era?
Right. The New Generation era. With Shawn Michaels and Diesel.
The New Generation era. I loved it. I loved the Monday Night Wars. The Monday Night Wars to me were amazing. They're epic. WCW put on amazing they put out amazing content. ECW put out amazing content. The WWE put out amazing content. And actually, I'll say this. During that era, I think WCW and ECW were putting out better stuff than the WWE.
Okay, yeah.
It was very, very close. But I really enjoyed the Monday Night Wars. The Monday Night Wars to me were classic.
Totally, man. Yeah, I mean, at that time, WWE was doing, like, cartoon stuff, you know? Like, everyone's gimmick was an occupation, and WCW was out there with their cruiserweights, so, yeah, you're right.
WCW had great matches, and they also had really good wrestlers from, Juventud Guerrero, who I enjoyed watching,
the
to
Juice.
Dean Malenko, to, obviously, I loved the NWO, was amazing, until they went crazy. One of my favorite, I want to ask you guys that, too. One of my favorite wrestling DVDs is the Rise and Fall of ECW, and then the Monday Night Wars. To me, those are the two best wrestling DVDs. What do you guys think? What's your opinion on that?
I totally agree, but mine, would have to be the whole Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels DVD, when both of them sat down and talked with JR about the Montreal Screwjob. And you can just tell throughout the DVD, Sean was very like laid back, and he forgot, like, either he's lying or his memory's just gone totally bad. Like he's like saying he doesn't remember a lot of things Brett was saying, but he was saying like, oh, if Brett said it, then that must be true. But Brett on the other side, you can just tell that it still hurts him as he's talking about it. He was like gritting his teeth and he's saying like, "Do you remember that? Do you remember that?" So that was my favorite wrestling DVD.
Yeah, I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't met Bret. I met Bret Hart years ago when I was a kid. For some reason, he seems like, I wouldn't say I'm intimidated by him, but he seems like a very angry guy.
Yeah.
But Fred, you said you loved him, right? He was really good too.
Anytime I see him, he always comes running up to me, or if he knows I'm in the building, he says, "Have Fred come find me," because of the relationship outside of the ring. When I contacted my uncle and they connected, and my uncle helped him with the urology, finding him the best doctors. So, yeah, that's our connection outside of the ring with the prostate cancer.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting you say that. Brett, to me, just seems like he's a very hard guy to read. Like, he doesn't seem like a happy guy.
He's very monotone.
Just by looking at him, he doesn't show a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Shawn Michaels is an interesting guy because he's taken some shots during his days. So, but he's fun. He's cool. I mean, part of me would have loved to meet. Wishing he was alive because it would have been Owen Hart. I think Owen Hart would be a great guy to meet now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I never got to meet him.
Sure.
But I feel like he'd be a really cool, interesting guy to meet.
Imagine how his shoot interviews would be, right? That'd be so. I don't think he's ever done one, but man, it would have been so entertaining. I think he'll be a great storyteller.
Yeah, I have no idea how he would be. But I'll tell you what, who I did get to meet and have a little bit of a friendship with before she passed away was China.
Wow.
And China was so sweet and so nice. And I will say this, one of the most interesting and kind of good sex tapes.
What, with X-Pop?
X-Pop, that was a good sex tape.
The one night in China.
She went to town. She did her thing,
I'll have to watch it back again.
Yeah, but China was so nice and so sweet and honest. You kind of really felt for her because she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
And people kind of, made fun of her, obviously, because of her size and stuff. But she was also very sweet. And I will say this because I'm just kind of riffing a little bit. And again, this is just from my personal experiences. Nicole Bass was also very, very nice.
Yes.
Very sweet, very cool, very good to the fans. And I respect that. You got to respect that.
Do you remember Nicole Bass?
No, probably if you see her face.
Nicole Bass was a manager in ECW. She obviously took a lot of testosterone. She was like a China, maybe even stronger and bigger than China, but a little bit more masculine than China.
Okay.
I think she might have been with WWE with a little bit too.
Yeah, like very short, bro.
Oh, was she the one with the curly, all curly hair? Yeah, I remember her. Yeah.
But she was very, very nice, very, very sweet. I can't believe that she unfortunately passed away and left us too soon.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Crazy. Is there one wrestler, Fred, that you really wanted to meet that you haven't been able to meet yet?
I think I've met everyone. Oh, like maybe in the past, I've always wanted to meet Yokozuna. I mean, the past, I've met everyone.
So Yokozuna passed away, right?
Yeah, he passed away in
early 2000.
Early 2000, yeah.
Yeah.
Yoko and Owen were actually two people on my list, man. It's funny that you mentioned Owen Hart.
And what about Giant Gonzalez?
Oh.
I know that was Fred.
Undertaker's best opponent?
That was one of Fred's favorite wrestlers. In fact, Freddie would even wear the outfit sometimes to school. The Giant Gonzalez outfit, like the full man caveman outfit.
The onesie? Oh, I love it, man.
Yeah, that was Fred's outfit.
Classic Fred move.
Classic Fred moves. All right, that's enough. That's enough. But okay, yeah. All right. Well, I think that's some good content, huh?
Dude, you I felt like I should have been paying you to be here, man. That was so entertaining, and I got like so much amazing info on Fred. That's really cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You better not be fucking with me.
No,
You don't
honestly,
hear the
Adam.
sincerity in my voice, bro.
Adam, do you have a favorite wrestling match of all time?
Favorite match
Christ.
to me of all time. It's kind of easy, and I think most people agree. I think a lot of people say, I have to go with Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 10.
Okay, that's a great match.
That
You
was one of my
WrestleMania
favorites
10, the
too.
ladder match.
Yep.
You always remember where you are when you saw it, and I remember sitting there like, oh my god, it just kept getting better and better
Yeah.
and better, and it was amazing.
Yeah. Great storyline too with the whole like who's the real IC champ. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. Good answer.
Adam, thank you very much for being a guest.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
Was I a
it,
good
man.
guest?
You were great, man.
You were great.
You were awesome.
Thank you, Robin. I appreciate it.
All right,
Your
well,
opinion is the only thing that matters. I didn't care about the other two. I just cared about yours.
don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that, and do not send me any more videos, disgusting videos where I want to throw up,
You
because
love that
I
shit.
will fly out to New York and headbutt your teeth through your skull. I'm tired of it.
You love that shit. You love that shit.
All right, Adam, I love you. Thank
Love you,
you.
All right, thank you, man.
Love you guys.
Take care. And that's how you go out, man. That guy is like a ball of energy.
He is
My
amazing.
God.
He
But-
is amazing.
But he made time for us, Pro and Bro Wrestling.
Yeah. He's so entertaining, man. I would go to his stand up. He's hilarious.
Oh,
like on top, like
he's
his
great.
head. Yeah.
He is a
That's
great
awesome.
stand-up.
He's funny. So anytime like I suggest a guest, I just know it would be the right fit because he knows me.
Yes.
He's got his stories.
Childhood friends.
Childhood friend. He knows the business. So
Yeah, man.
Pro and Bro Wrestling means a lot to me because I'm able to, have guests, quality guests that mean a lot to me and that you get to meet.
Absolutely, man. I get to meet the whole fam bam. All right. What's cool about your mom and why I'm so happy that she's here is that she is also a huge wrestling fan.
Woo! Yes, I am.
That's really cool to be able to talk wrestling with your mom,
See,
man.
I just almost called you Adam because
Two A's.
Adam was just off the hook.
I
He
feel like
was just off the hook.
I don't feel like an Arnold, to be honest with you. I think anything besides Arnold suits me.
Well, you're my Arnold. So, like I said, we just got off a flight.
Yeah, that's right.
She's here for some festivities, some business. I'm taking care of her in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a little tired. So I said, Mom, you want to be on Pro and Bro Wrestling?
Hell yeah!
All right, well, let me load her up with a Celsius, not a red line. Load her up with a Celsius and get her going, get her energy.
I love that drink too, by the way.
Celsius?
You got me on that.
Celsius is weak. I like red line because it gives me power.
Okay,
Too
never
much,
had that.
too much high energy. No.
Yeah?
You don't want that red line. I know they have them at
I haven't tried it.
Equinox. See, you go to the Equinox.
I do.
The
Yes.
big dog.
Yeah.
Big
Stop.
dog.
I gotta stay at LA Fitness.
Don't make me sound bougie, man. Come on. Don't out me like that. But you're really into the women.
Yeah, I like the
evolution.
women
Yeah.
wrestling. And Charlotte and Sasha Banks. To
Those are your
me,
top two?
Oh,
that
here we
was
go.
my favorite.
All
that
right.
made me put the popcorn down. What the hell are they doing? I'm like, they were amazing.
So you were probably in heaven when they had the storyline and it was like 7 matches of them going back to
Yes,
back.
I mean they were just. It was wicked. They
Yeah.
were just wicked. I was like, oh my god! It's just I wanted more. I wanted
Yeah.
more. And then what happened? I'm like,
Yeah.
What do you mean, what happened?
I don't know what the hell happened, but they were. I mean, Sasha and Charlotte to me made me want to watch again.
Yes, absolutely.
Natalia, I love her.
Why do you love? Well, when's the last time you seen her?
At the Yankee game.
WrestleMania
Titus
weekend, right?
and-
Oh, with Titus.
Titus!
With Titus.
Yeah.
What about me?
Titus! Who? I'm sorry.
She's the newest addition to Titus Worldwide.
World.
Yeah, she's a personal photographer. She's on the
Yeah.
payroll.
Yeah, man.
That's why she's here in LA. She's on the payroll.
You know, going back to Sasha and Charlotte, you're right about them being the top two, because I kind of feel the same way when they started the whole women's revolution thing. To me, those were the two faces. You know, I mean, we can go way back saying that it was AJ Lee. We can go back saying, like, and yes, that is true. But when WWE, the company itself, started pushing the women's movement,
right?
The two that they were pushing was Charlotte and Sasha.
Yes,
they were the first two that would main event Raw.
Yes,
first two that would main event a paper. They did a lot of first time together.
Yes,
I think first time cage match too. You know, so
the
many
moves and the things that they were doing. It's just like, I was like, wow.
They created a lot of history together.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned AJ Lee. AJ Lee got signed the same day that I got signed, May 4th, 2009.
That's right, yes.
And I remember I was already on the main roster, rocking and rolling with whatever group, I don't know, Nexus or Titus, and a fan asked me on Instagram, who do I see the next diva being called up? I said diva.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, back your mind was still in 2000 something.
Who do I think is the next diva to get called up? And I said Sasha Banks.
Wow. Wow. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know this until later on, but she's related to Snoop.
Yeah.
That's like her niece. I mean, his niece, right? Something like that.
Something like that.
I saw like an old picture of her when she was just a teenager with Snoop Dogg. I'm like, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've hung out with Snoop plenty of times. I remember one time at the arena.
Yeah.
You know, Titus just barrels his way through rooms. Whatever celebrity's there, he barrels. Hey, come with me. He just barrels his way through. You know.
Yeah.
So we went into Snoop's locker room. I think he was a guest host, and you know how it bees. You know, it was a little smoky. So I said to Snoop, I said, "Oh, you know, I just do the vaping and stuff like that." He's like, "Dog, I got the real deal, man. You want to hit?" I was like, "Oh, okay." And I'm at work, man.
Sure, yeah.
Backstage, I'm at work. And I took a hit, and I took another hit. Puff, pass.
Wow.
And then we're just taking pictures, and then I immediately ran out of his locker room, and I said, please, I hope I don't run into any production, because I had that smell on me. I said, I gotta go find the locker room quickly so I can spray down. And thank goodness no one saw me. I was calm, cool, and collected.
There you go.
Yeah, many times with Snoop, but that was the most nerve-wracking.
Wow.
Just killed my high. No, I'm joking.
But I love Trinity. All the divas were just Foxy.
Yeah.
All of them were great.
Foxy?
Yeah, I love Foxy.
I love Foxy.
Yeah, she's just so free-spirited, you know?
Thank goodness I'm gay, though, because...
Foxy would be your pick?
No, she wouldn't be my pick, but like... she's just a crazy woman. I love her to death, but don't break up with her over the phone.
Yeah, you get to see a little side of that on Total Divas. What do you think of Bailey being now she's the first ever Grand Slam or Triple Crown champion in WWE. She's the first to be the SmackDown, Raw, Tag Team, NXT champion.
Wow.
They just, I think it was yesterday or today on Instagram, WWE posted that, a picture of Bailey, first ever Triple Crown winner. But I consider that to be Grand Slam, because shoot.
The major Grand Slam would be if that new 24/7 championship, which we'll get to, if that is like, it could be men's, women's, anything. So she would be the king if she captured that somehow, some way.
You're right, and there's actually kind of like a meme going on with like all the posts, like Rey Mysterio being the Grand Slam, or like people that just hit it, like Jeff Hardy being the Grand Slam. I see comments like, nope, not anymore. There's a 24/7 championship. But no, let's talk about that. The last time we recorded a podcast, we were talking about how excited we were that Mick Foley was going to present a new championship, and we didn't know what it was.
And like there were names of it, like the unveiling of the new big gold belt. I'm like, I hope that's not going to be the name.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be the name.
Okay, but again, what's your thoughts? Keep going.
I had a feeling that it was going to be the Hardcore Championship, just with the fact that Mick Foley is the one presenting it. Mm-hmm. And we were kind of semi right. I mean, they're not calling it the Hardcore Champion, but same rules apply. You know, when back in the Attitude Era, the Hardcore title, it was on the line 24/7. and now they're calling this championship the 24/7 championship, and they're not labeling it as a hardcore championship because technically, you don't have to win it in a hardcore way, but they're focusing on the fact that you'll never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard about it and when I first watched it on Raw, I shit on it a little bit, like no.
Oh no, you're cursing.
Sorry, I pooped on it a little bit. I'm like, come on, really? But then, as Raw kept on going, I caught myself waiting for the next segment. Or, like what's going to happen next in the 24/7 championship. I was waiting for that backstage segment. And so, I was proven wrong, man. I'm starting to enjoy that.
That's your opinion about it?
Yeah. What are your guys' opinions?
Well, I'm very excited about it because, again, the business changes.
Yeah.
So we don't have the hardcore title. We have the 24/7 championship. And I think you can do so much with it. And right off having R-Truth be the champion and do different segments where he's running for his life, and just the scenarios are endless. And again, we're in the entertainment business,
right?
And that's what it's all about. So I think once you get the machine behind you, which is a 24/7 championship, the sky's the limit. You can have anybody. You can have Agent Orange. Agent Orange. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, wait, who's Agent? I thought you were saying Agent Arn.
Agent Orange.
Who's that?
Number 45.
Is this sports?
No.
The president.
Orange. Oh,
yeah. Anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody can be champion.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think of your boy Titus being the first ever 24/7 champion? He was the first.
Titus?
Titus is it wasn't R-Truth. Titus was the first.
How? I don't remember.
So Mick Foley dropped the championship in the middle of the ring, and the rule is whoever picks it up first becomes the first champion. So all the Raw roster came down. They had a little segment trying to get the belt championship in the middle of the ring. And once it was all cleared, Titus got in there and he grabbed the championship, and they made a formal ding ding ding, ladies and gentlemen, the first ever 24/7 champion, Titus. And then as he was walking up the ramp, Robert Roode attacked him from the back, pinned him, 1, 2, 3, second 24/7 champion.
Wow, see, that's what I'm talking about.
That's gonna be great.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then it goes backstage, and I'm sure this is the one you saw where R-Truth's like, "Hey, Robert, I got you, man. I got you. All right, they won't find you here. Here, get in the car.
In the trunk. Yeah, that's where I picked up.
Yeah, and then all the wrestlers pass by, and okay, you're safe. And then he opens a shotgun door, and the referee was there, wait, why is there a ref? Boom, R-Truth hits him, 1, 2, 3. But it's on Instagram, and Titus posted a lot of people congratulating him on his IG stories. Congrats on being what's the word, inaugural champion for the 24/7, and yeah, man, he's in the record books as the first 24/7 champion.
The professor.
Yeah.
Where I don't see, he sees, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought it was truth because I've been seeing so much on his social media, and I've been cracking up.
Well, Truth is the current, and he's the longest reigning because it's past 48 hours now. But Titus is the first, man.
It's funny. I'm going to write to the WWE writers. They probably won't respond. Maybe I'll text Michael Hayes. I'll say the next time you guys are in LA, which is in June, I guess.
Yeah.
And they can do a scene in West Hollywood, the gay West Hollywood.
Yes,
and
yeah.
R-Truth has the belt.
Yeah.
And then he sees me D Young? Truth? And then we just, the gays, including me, I'm leading the pack, we just start chasing his ass, down Santa Monica Boulevard or one of the areas.
Yeah.
I think it would be funny.
And I think
maybe I can roll him up and win it and then lose it that night.
Right.
I think it would be a good idea. That's just showing anybody at any time, at any place, as long as there's a referee there, could win the championship. And that's what storytelling is all about.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's very exciting.
Now I'm all in. Like I said, I'll be the
you're
first
all
to
in now?
admit.
Yeah.
I'll be first to admit. Like I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm all about it now.
Yeah, you know how I am about wrestling. I try to see the good in everything.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's something like the first wrestler I've ever met
Yeah.
was Louis Spicoli,
That's
and
right,
like
mention
he's a guy that would be an opening match type of guy,
Mm-hmm.
so I could relate to him.
Yeah.
And I showed him nothing but respect, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
When I was watching Money in the Bank, you know, people have their favorites and not so favorites. So, you know, the fans that were in attendance, they boo, they cheer, and I just laugh, you know?
Yeah,
And I just
that's
have a
what it's
good time.
about.
And if something whiffs, I'm just like, I laugh at it. you know?
Yeah.
And I just keep it moving.
Yeah. And you know, at first I was kind of upset with how the championship looked because it's a green strap.
That I don't like.
Okay, well here's the thing. Like, you know, at first you're like, this looks like a toy. Like the front plate looks like a clock. That's how they had the champion, like CHAM.
And you know why you wouldn't like it? Because it's so tight.
Is it? Yo,
It
I didn't
looks
catch
it.
that how stiff it was, right?
It's stiff.
Yeah.
You don't like that.
No, I
it's
don't
just
like
so
that.
stiff, bro. That's why I don't like it.
And also, I don't know if you guys caught this, but the side plates are literally blank. There's nothing. Like, there's no this. It's like they barely tried. But I get it now because they're not treating it as like a prestigious championship. It's this fun thing.
Right.
It's fun.
Right.
You know, so
Still,
they want to make it a little goofy and a little kind of like something like almost like a prop, like almost like a trophy that you just bring around with you.
I
And
think it's a winning concept.
yeah.
I think it's a winning concept that, you know, anybody and everybody can get behind. You know, you can do anything.
Stop sounding like your mother.
The ideas with the 24/7 championship, no days off title.
You know what?
What the hell's that title called?
Arnold.
What
Yes.
the hell's that? And you know, I'm messing up the name because you know JR used to say, hey, how you doing? What they call you, Mr. 24/7? I said no.
To you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's like, hey, how you doing? What they call you, 24/7? I said, Mr. No Days Off, Darren Young.
Yeah. You know, but still, there's one thing that I don't like about the 24/7 championship, and it's not so much about the championship. It's who's trying to win it. When this whole brand split happened, and after WrestleMania, they tried to rebrand a lot of the wrestlers, and one of the rebranding that I love was Robert Roode. Because, you know, at the time, like, Bobby Roode was, he was kind of stuck in limbo. Like, yeah, he was doing great tag team stuff with Chad Gable. But it just felt like I felt like WWE positioned them in a way where it's just like a filler. Like, kind of like in killing time. But Bobby Roode changed his name to Robert Roode, shaved his beard, and has the whole Ravishing Rick Rude gimmick to him. And I thought, like, all right, finally. Because I love Bobby Roode as a heel. In TNA and NXT, he's a great heel, and when he came to the main roster, he was a baby face, which, in my opinion, kind of made him stale. So I thought, I was like, all right, we're gonna get a serious push out of Robert Roode. This is gonna be great. He has the mustache. It's gonna be a great heel push. But now he's going for the 24/7 championship, and as we mentioned earlier, the 27 championship is great in many ways. Where it's great in many ways in a sense that it gives other wrestlers who's not usually on television a segment, and now they get to be a part of it. But with Robert Roode chasing that championship, to me, it brings him back down to just being another guy in the roster and not being seen as a threat anymore. Because I thought I was gonna get another great heel, like another maybe Baron Corbin, like right there with Bobby Lashley, you know? So that's one thing that I just don't like about that.
I remember in the locker room one time, Bubba Ray had mentioned something about Bobby Roode not being able to get over, something like that. And in the back of my mind, I'm saying, man, like, I'm a big fan of Roode, and I'm always rooting for the underdog. And I think he still has a lot left in the tank. I love using that line. I think his time will come, and I hope it does come because he's flawless in the ring. I think he's great on the mic. But yeah, it's just getting that machine behind you.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. And again, in the locker room, backstage, you have your favorites and your not so favorites. So if there's 10 people on the writing team or 10 producers, like, majority of them have to like you.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll see, man. But again, it's this whole championship. It's is great for WWE.
Yeah, it's great for everybody. I'm talking people on the roster, not on the roster. I think is it open ended? Can anybody be champion?
From NXT to 205 to
Anybody,
NXT UK,
anybody.
literally anyone, man.
Anybody. And it should be, they should say past or present. And that's a story that.
Yes, yeah.
And that's a story that I propose,
Yeah.
you know? Past or present.
Yeah.
One shot. You guys are in LA, just give me one shot.
I think they did that for the Hardcore Championship when it was WrestleMania 18 or something, where they kind of had that segment on Raw where everyone's chasing after the Hardcore Championship, and I think we had like 5 winners at that WrestleMania, like Al Snow, Hardcore Holly. I forgot who it ended with, but in between the pinfalls, I think a legend was, I don't know, it was Roddy Piper that took it, but it's just a fun concept.
Bro, the title could be defended at the Grammys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
Kids' Choice Award.
Kids' Choice Award.
Yeah.
It could be defended anywhere.
Yes.
That's why I love it from the
Yes.
jump.
Okay. All right.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
The crowd was so quiet though when Mick pulled.
Yeah, that was like disturbing.
Yeah, I was like,
That was like,
no.
It's like quicksand. Just
Yeah.
like, ooh, just take me under.
Yeah, but it all worked out, and I think it's gonna be uphill from this point on.
Wait, did Mick cut his hair?
Well, he's always kind of. That's true. He grows it out and he cuts it, grows it out,
Yeah.
cuts it, shaves it again.
Well, I love Mick. He's a big supporter of the Block Date movement. Like I said
Yeah.
to you the one time, the last show I was on with him, he follows my social media and he loves the Block Date movement. And I remember him saying, "Hey, Darren, do you have one of those Block Date shirts for me?" And this is earlier during the day I met
Yeah.
him, and hours later, he came up to me again. He's like, "Hey, Darren, I'd love to have that Block the Hate shirt and take a picture in it." And he put it over on social media and everything.
Yeah.
It's like pulling teeth with some other people, but he put it over on social media,
Yeah.
and he's just a good dude. He's
That's
just
awesome.
and he's also kind of tight, you know, right? Isn't he? Him,
Yes.
and Owen Hart.
Yeah.
But again, I love him. I'm tight too. I'm tight too, like my dad.
Exactly.
Triple H said he saw Mick Foley. He saw Mick Foley carrying his stuff in a trash bag instead of like luggages. Like back in the Attitude Era, it's just literally him with a black trash bag of all his clothes for the next 4 days, and he's sleeping in the hotel lobby.
I would love to see how the locker room would be like that with him. I wonder, would they heckle him?
I'm sure, yeah.
I wonder if
probably.
there are any stories of people heckling him because he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I feel like you remember Brodus Clay?
Yeah, of course.
He was one of the
Gentle Giant or what?
one of the messiest guys. Messiest guys in the locker room. I'm literally, bro, this whole room would have his stuff scattered, like his gear. I've taken pictures.
Yeah.
I've had people take pictures of me in his gear, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I wish I could find that picture, but he is just all over the place with his stuff. And people would heckle him.
Sure.
People like, "Hey, bro, just clean up your stuff, man." What would they do with Mick Foley?
I think they'll heckle him out of love, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
only tease the guys that you like, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
But speaking of Mick, man, like he dropped a lot of weight doing DDP yoga. He's one of like the new like testaments for like DDP yoga
Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah, he dropped a lot of weight doing that.
Wow, that's good. I mean, the thing with a lot of these old timers, and that's what they are, old timers, is they didn't really take care of their bodies.
Yeah.
Now he's been through it all.
Mm-hmm.
His body's been through a wreck.
Right.
So that yoga is something that's beneficial for him and other OGs, Jake
Right.
the Snake, Scott
Yes,
Hall,
yeah.
even me. When I've had my injuries in the ring, yoga was very important for me because it helps strengthen my joints without the heavy lifting. So nowadays, I always tell people when I do my wrestling clinics, the best piece of advice that I can give you that please take with me, take from me, is take care of your body.
Yeah.
You know, your body's what makes you money. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, because Michael Jordan can't play forever. When it's all said and done, I want to be able to get up out of bed and be able to move, and I don't want my shoulder to be like John Laurinaitis. Hey, John Laurinaitis, let me see your range of motion. John Laurinaitis. This was before he had surgery.
Wow.
Now I guess it's a little better, but a lot of these guys don't stick with the rehab.
Yikes.
I want full range of motion.
Sure.
I had Tommy John, a really serious injury.
Yeah.
Very unorthodox in wrestling. I had it on my elbow.
Yeah.
I've had major knee surgeries, so thank God, knock on wood, everything is 100%.
Yeah.
Totally. I'm 35. I'm not 25, so it takes me a little longer to warm up. I gotta warm up, baby.
Yeah, man.
I can't just jump in the ring or jump in the weights and just get after it. I gotta warm up. So that's the one piece of advice I give to a lot of younger talent that want to get in the business. Take care of your body.
Invest in yourself for the long haul. Right?
Health is wealth, baby.
Yeah.
That's why I always talk to our friend Mauro Ronaldo because he deals with mental health issues.
Yeah.
And when Mauro came up onto the roster, him and I just connected so well because Mauro was new. And of course, my demeanor, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sitting with this guy and he's having me laughing and just having a good time. So I always text him, hitting him up, just sending him positive vibes because you just never know. Sometimes you just need to just reach out to people and talk to them and just be a friend. And Mauro has always been a friend of mine. Yeah. He still retweets my stuff when, that means a lot to me.
Absolutely.
When I tag you in something that has nothing to do with you, but I tag you for me to get the word out, for you to help me to get the word out, he always retweets it.
That's awesome.
It's different when people favorite. You can favorite stuff, but when you retweet something, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get Mauro as a guest, and he can talk about his life in the business, dealing with mental health, how him and I became really good friends. So he's one guy I'm always reaching out to because life's too short. Yeah. And I don't want to lose any more people. To suicide.
And that's why it's always great to just, like you said, like touch base with people, because no matter how happy they seem on the outside, you just never know what they're going through. And also like go easy on people too, with that said, because hate can push over a person to the edge.
Yes. Like I think Mauro might have had some issues with JBL. And like me sitting here right now, if I could think of anybody to headbutt in the skull, it would be JBL. Because he's a bully, man. He is a bully. Yeah. I have seen it. I remember Bob and I were doing our segments, our vignettes, and again, you see it once. I understand. You're going to be like, what the hell is this? You see the second week, all right. Third week, when you get the machine behind you, then the people can get invested. People at the end start to get invested with me. But I remember we did a pre-tape, Bob and I, and after we were done with the pre-tape, it airing, they panned to Cole and JBL, and they just pretty much shit all over Bob and I. As soon as I seen that, I was in one of the locker rooms, I'm watching it like this. I stormed to Gorilla, and I'm silent but deadly. I'm easy to work with, but when I seen that, all this hard work that we're doing, flying me Florida to, again, we're traveling circus. Yeah. Flying back and forth, Florida to Connecticut, Florida to Connecticut, back and forth. We put all this hard work into it, and something that I believed in. WWE didn't give me this gimmick. I proposed it to Vince McMahon. All this hard work,
thought of the whole concept.
And then the commentators are going to shit all over it. If the commentators don't put over the segment, we're not going to get over it. Yeah. So as soon as I saw that backstage, I immediately went to Gorilla, and I said, Hunter, what the hell's going on here? JBL and Cole, they're shitting all over our stuff. How are we supposed to get over? If they don't put us over, we're not going to get over. I said, you might as well just bend me over and just fuck me up the ass. And then Hunter's like, whoa, Darren, hold on, take it easy. Wait, what did you say again? I said, just bend me over and fuck me up the ass, because that's exactly what they're doing out there. Yeah. And then I guess Vince heard me, and after the show was over that night, he had them cue up the footage of them panning to JBL and Cole, and it was clearly, they saw that.
They were rolling their eyes.
Yeah, rolling their eyes, and they shit all over it. So Vince kept them over, and he said, hey, moving forward, you got to put over this gimmick.
Yeah. Only makes sense to put people over, man.
And that night, Michael Cole called me up and said, oh, Darren, I apologize that you thought it might have came across as us not putting you over. But next time, if you have any problems, just call us or tell us instead of going to Vince.
Nope.
I said, Cole, I was fucking pissed. I said, I'm silent but deadly, calm, cool, and collected. But I was pissed. All that hard work I put into.
Yeah.
JBL never said one word to me. And I would see him backstage. I'd be like, hey, what's up, JBL? He wouldn't say one word to me. He follows me on on Twitter, though.
Yeah.
He follows me.
Yeah.
Still follows me, but he never would say one word to me.
Man, like,
I just pray, I wish. Tie my hands, blindfold me. I will find you. I will hunt you down.
Yeah.
He's one guy. See, I'm starting to sound like my mom.
You sound like me.
I will hunt you down.
Yeah.
She's the worst driver. You don't use your signal, she's hunting you down.
She's following you home.
She's following you home.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but when you hear stories and stories and stories, like, and it's almost like the same story from a lot of different people, then you put it all together and like, dude, yeah, you're a bully.
And that's bullying. At the end of the day, that's freaking bullying, man. There's bully.
Yeah.
Bully, you
Yeah.
know? And like, I'm not gonna tolerate that, and Mara sure as hell isn't gonna tolerate that. So I gotta support those, man. I have to until I'm 6 feet under. You look at her, look at me, man.
I'm just admiring your action figures.
Oh, thank you so much.
Because this one here, I would never buy him.
Yeah.
He's like, Mom, can I have get a toys? I said, oh, what do you want to get? And he would come up with the action figures. I said, I'm not buying no damn dolls. Put those damn dolls down. He said, Mom, they're not dolls. They're action figures.
Right.
I said, no. So you see the Barbie doll and the Ken doll, and then you put the Ken doll and like this, right? And he's like, Mom, no. And then I would go and kick the ring. He would have the ring with the action figures. I go kick it. Because his father would buy him that stuff. I did not buy him that.
Yeah. How funny.
Yeah. No?
The biggest bully. I was soft as a kid.
Oh,
yeah, he
man.
was. He was.
My mom had me in the living room with the boxing gloves on.
Yeah, I heard about that.
My dad had got a boxing gloves set. And
I was trying to harden them up.
Yeah.
And we in the living room boxing, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just hitting him, jacking him up, right? I'm jacking him up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I go down and cover. And he takes the boxing gloves and comes down on my back.
Double axe.
Double axe handle, okay.
Brought me to my knees.
Wow. Wow. This is where his strength comes into play.
His mother to his my knees. I was like, oh my God.
And how old was he at the time?
Maybe 7.
7.
Yeah, about 7. About 7.
Amazing.
A heavy 7 probably.
Okay.
Heavy.
Yeah.
And then I took him to play football, you know.
Yeah.
This kid would never hit the ground. So I took him out in the backyard and I started showing him how to hit.
Yeah.
So the next day, I said, come on, you going to football practice? And he's like, Mom, I don't want to play football no more.
With like tears rolling down his eyes.
I said, I'm sorry. I will hit you. That was my dream.
Yeah.
Not his.
Sure. Look at him now.
What about that time at the, it was Bradley's, but almost like a Walmart or like, let's say like a Gap or Old Navy. A clothing store, and I was a little heavy.
Yeah.
He was real heavy.
The jeans didn't fit.
So I told him to go in the dressing room and put these clothes on.
Yeah.
He came, went in the dressing room, put the clothes on, comes back out. I said, the pants look good. Lift your shirt up. He lifted his shirt up and the pants were open like that. I was like, dang.
She chopped you.
In the face.
In the face.
Take those damn clothes off and
my God.
I'm going to get a bigger size for your ass.
Not a bigger size. She had to get me pink sweatpants.
I didn't get you pink. They were maroon sweatpants.
Okay.
Well, after you washed them, they turned pink.
Yeah.
So he said, Mom, I don't want to wear this outfit to school. I said, why not? He said, because the kids are going to laugh at me because it's pink.
Yeah.
I said, fuck those kids. They're going to wear those clothes.
There
and
you
I
go.
said, no. I said, okay. After he explained that, I was like, okay.
You would have looked like Bret Hart, though, man.
A lot of editing, a lot of F-bombs.
Oh, no. That's cool. It's
You gotta
all
make
good.
sure you put a disclaimer.
That's too funny. What was your first impression when the first time he told you, you know what, I want to pursue pro wrestling as a career?
I said, no. You're going to college.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to college.
Yeah.
And I noticed that he hadn't been getting up in a timely manner to go to school. So I said to him a couple of weeks later, I said, Sonny, I noticed you haven't been going to school. He said, oh, Mom, I decided I'm going to wrestling school, and that's what I want to do. I said, motherfucker. I said, your father worked at this dead-end job, so your ass can go to school, and you're not going to finish. And I think he only had, 2 more semesters to go.
Okay.
And for him to graduate, and he's like, I'm going to wrestling school. So I said, listen, after I cussed him out, I said, I'm going to give you 6 months.
Yeah.
If it works out in 6 months, then you're good. If it doesn't work out, you're going to go back to school and finish and get your education.
Right.
So he comes back to me and says, a couple of weeks later, he says, Mom, I got a contract with the WWE.
Hey,
I was like, oh, let
damn.
me eat my hat.
That's a cool
I was
story.
like, oh my God.
That's a cool story. It only
Yeah.
took him weeks. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I was proud of
Yeah.
him. I'm still proud of him.
Yeah, that's amazing.
that's-
You're like, well, like, you know how you're saying, like, oh, like, you're going to finish school. Like, well, technically, it's still school.
Yeah.
It just has the word wrestling in front of
wrestling
it.
school. But he didn't tell me. I was
Yeah.
like, I know him like, yo, you ain't going to school.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at him
It was
now.
longer than 6 months. It took me quite a few years, but
Well,
I
quite
made
a
the
few
decision.
years, but you were going to the wrestling school.
I didn't tell my mom. I was already training.
Yeah.
A year. I was a year into it
Yeah.
before anyone ever knew. I was
Yeah.
a year training.
That's cool, man.
So she didn't even know.
Yeah.
I was going from school to the wrestling school in West Patterson, New Jersey. So they didn't know for about a year.
Because
Well-
what was I doing?
Oh, you were
Working and
working and bar hopping and
clubbing.
Living your best life.
I mean,
Clubbing.
well, yeah, bar hopping, club hopping, finger popping, dropping it low, voguing, Madonna voguing, work it,
Oh,
yes, yes,
Yas, queen.
yes,
Yes, indeed.
But that just goes to show, like, you know, if you want something bad enough, you make it happen, man. You were
Without-
going behind your mom's back, like, for a year, like, doing what you love. You're fighting for what you want, your passion.
Yeah, he
with
did.
laser-like focus. Without
Yeah, man.
commitment, you'll never start. But most importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish.
Yeah.
Holla if you hear me, honey.
Hey.
Huh?
But, you know, we mentioned earlier that you're a big wrestling fan. So if you have to say, well, your favorite match of all time, what would it be?
Men or women?
Doesn't matter.
Anything with Shane McMahon.
Wow, that's surprising.
You don't like Shane, right? You don't like wrestling.
Shane McMahon. Was it in San Francisco when he jumped off that ring, the top of the steel cage? Or was that Dallas? He jumped off the steel cage, and I'm sitting right behind his mother, Linda, and his 2 sons.
It's one of the WrestleManias.
And
Against X-Pac, maybe?
no,
Dallas.
it was in Dallas.
Oh, the recent WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, man, who did he...
Jesus.
Undertaker? He wrestled Undertaker.
It might have been.
Yeah.
But when he jumped off the top, and I'm looking at their reaction, and like they didn't even know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh my God!" And the whole was like, "Oh shit!" And I looked at Linda, and her face was like, "Oh my God, is he okay?"
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
Is he
sure.
okay?
Yeah.
Every time he does something, he does it
You alright, buddy?
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Who was it? He was with the Miz.
That's right.
The last time with the Miz.
Yep.
Oh, that was great. I mean,
no, he's great.
I liked his match.
I mean, Adam had mentioned that he's a big fan of interviewing Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
We've had, see, she always knows where I'm going. Shane is a really cool guy.
I love Shane.
Talk to him backstage.
Yeah.
And I remember one time we won't get into it, but we were talking about politics, and I was just going, we were in catering.
Okay.
You've experienced it.
Yes.
We were in catering, and I was just going off about politics, and Shane was just eating. He's like, really? That's how you think?
Man, you do great impressions, man.
Yeah, I see your side.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
You don't think Hunter likes you? Maybe he's just worried about your safety in Abu Dhabi. But
He's like, just a thought.
yeah,
That's
how it is.
and laid back. That's the type of person he is.
Yeah, without like feeling like you're being scolded, I guess. Like, but he makes his feelings or his perspective known. No, I mean, like, it's not like I don't like Shane. Like, I think he's totally capable of entertaining a crowd. I think he has great matches, but I just think that spot should be for someone else. That's my only thing. You know, because
no, but he puts on a good show.
He does.
Whoa.
He does put on a good
I'm
show.
just saying he puts on a good show.
Yeah, he does.
He puts on a good show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Heated,
I
huh?
would rather.
Please.
No, I would rather.
little heated,
I'm
huh?
sorry. I would rather see Shane than Hunter.
No, agreed on
I
that.
would rather
Agreed on
see
that.
because Shane puts on a great show.
Yeah.
I'm
Agreed
sorry.
on that.
That's just my opinion.
Sure. No,
Well, I'm looking forward to Hunter and Randy at the Saudi show.
I'm not.
You're not looking forward to that?
I've seen it too many times.
Well, I want to see it
I
more.
love Randy. I love Randy.
Yeah. He's smooth as butter, though. I remember Triple H was saying, like, this is the best compliment I could give anyone, but Randy Orton reminds me of Shawn Michaels in the ring.
Right.
Flawless, especially his, like, fast, like body slam. It's, like, quick to, like, so low to the mat, too. Like, Randy's great.
And I liked Seth Rollins also.
Yeah.
Because when he was hurt, he hurt his arm. Seth was out with his leg, and Seth was very nice.
Yeah.
They did rehab together.
In Birmingham.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, when he hurt his knee, he was like texting me left and right, like, man, this injury sucks, you know?
Yeah.
And he knew I'm very OCD about my body and rehab. And the rehab process is very intriguing to me. So I love the journey. It sucks, but you go from being crippled to being a Superman again. So I just love the rehab process. We talked about that.
Yeah. Speaking of rehab, Seth also went to rehab with Cesaro at the same time. And I don't know if you guys heard, but Cesaro has a new theme music.
I heard it, man.
I like it.
I love it.
Very superhero-like.
Very superhero, very Kurt Angle-ish, like the trumpets or whatever it's in. It's I like it.
And I also like how he's still wearing the bar tights.
Yeah, he's
still
loyal.
representing Sheamus,
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
loyal.
like. But man, like, I love his theme music,
I
the
love
whole
it.
vibe and everything. I love it way more than his first one, like the siren. Like, this is more like pleasing to the ears.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I've always taken him serious.
Yeah.
But as a fan, I take him even more seriously.
Yeah.
Like, man, this guy is. He was money then, and he's money now. So
he is, man.
And he's one of the top 5 guys where I actually feel like I'm in a fight, like intimidated.
Sure,
like we can hug and kiss in the back, but when we go out there, it's like real. Like him, Luke Harper, you know, I feel like I'm in a fight. Yeah. But we're working together.
Mark Henry is another one that I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we were talking about matches, Mom. Like, how does Mark Henry come up?
She just loves him.
Like Mark Henry.
You just love Mark Henry?
Yeah.
Mark Henry's gimmick is a shoot. Like, he was the world's strongest man. He's just like a Kurt Angle where, like, you're the real deal, man. Like,
I can talk shit about Mark Henry all I want to. I can talk shit about him all I want to. That Leo Rush, I don't know what's going on with you backstage, or I hope everything's good, but you know, Mark Henry saying that you're being disrespectful and stuff like that, Mark, I can say whatever I want about you because I drove your big ass thousands and thousands and thousands of miles all over the world for 4 or 5 years
That's
straight.
True. That's
you know?
true. Yeah, you earned that right.
And Chris Jericho backstage always, and he would walk by, "Hi, Mom," and Freddie would say, "This is my mom." He's like, "I know who your mother is." Me and your mother were talking. Yeah. So he was really
What a great
cool.
guy.
Chris
I
Jericho,
heard about that.
Yeah, Chris Jericho, minutes. I mean, they're counting down. Chris, we're going live with you and Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that Pedram from Headquarters Clothing, he'll mark out too.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Jericho is literally seconds away from going live, like fighting. And he's talking to my mom, and the producers are like, "Chris, we need you here." And he's like, "Wait, hold on a second." He finishes his conversation.
Yeah.
3, 2,
Then he's out there,
and then
like-
he goes right into it. So-
Amazing, man. What a true professional. They can turn that on within like a second like that,
and
man.
and that's something I can bring up so many personal Chris Jericho stories of how I learned from him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's just one of them. Him just being calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
He knows what he needs to do.
Yeah.
He knows the story that he needs to tell, and sometimes just he knows what he needs to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes that on the fly stuff just is the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever comes out of it,
Yeah.
is gonna be the best Chris Jericho that comes
Very
out.
true. Very true, man. Well, on that positive note, I think that's a good spot to wrap it up. And I feel like my stomach's been kind of grumbling for the last few minutes.
Mine too. I'm on East Coast time, baby.
Yeah. Thank you again so much for being here. This was a lot of fun.
Thank
I always
you.
love spending my time with good people, talking about wrestling,
Amazing time.
Yeah. I got any last words?
We gotta. What the hell, Mom?
I just love you so much.
No last
Smells
words.
like $1 million, huh?
No last words, but ladies and gentlemen, please follow us on our Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. Leave comments at the bottom. Tell us what you want to see. And maybe we'll be doing some giveaways for Pro and Pro Wrestling very soon. So please follow us. Pro and Pro Wrestling. I keep repeating myself, and also on iTunes too. If you don't want to watch us on YouTube, you can watch us, listen to us on iTunes. So block the hate, spread the word, strengthen numbers, and cut.